They're close in the healing potion, folks. I'm trying to warn you. Whoa, that's no good. Hang on a second. There we go. That's what we wanted. Somebody moved my switches around. Anyway, how are you? Good to see you. I hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody's having a lovely Friday evening. I, of course, am Bill Sylvie, a.k.a. the Dungeon Delver. Welcome to the show. Please stop rolling dice. Let me switch the OSD off there. Welcome to the show. And as you saw that little D6 zip out there, you will know, or you have probably guessed, that we have a new on-screen die roller. It's the same die roller as before, but thanks once again to Doomsword Deathmaster, he was able to figure out the mode for streaming. So you guys are going to see the dice up over here on the left-hand side of the screen, and hopefully those are high vis enough for you guys. I have a lovely set of purple dice that you'll see, which I hope you will see and enjoy. Adam France, it does feel good to be a gangster, and I'll have more information on what's going on there. But speaking of information, guys, we are a month out now, plus a couple of days. We're a month out from the Great Underground Online Gaming Convention. Folks, we have 2 full sponsors. We have an unofficial. I consider Jack Photon there to be a sponsor of the show, of the gaming con. If you weren't here for Mail Call Monday, you got to go watch that video, guys. I have so much con swag. Giveaway prizes for you guys. You're gonna love it. There's chromatic posters that, God, it's gonna be so cool, and we are so close to kicking it off. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you haven't clicked the subscription button and the bell icon for notifications to stay up to date on the minute by minute bits of information about the con, please consider doing that. And if you want to support us on Patreon, it really helps, because, guys, I'm doing the con for free. Like Jack just loaded us up with more gorgeous D&D art, books, posters, maps that I can even easily mention. We'd have to do the whole Mail Call Monday again. So your support is appreciated, and the best support that you can do if you don't want to do Patreon, if you don't want to do Subscribe Star, is just click subscribe and click the bell icon for notifications. We've kind of slumped a little bit because, what can I say? Wizards hasn't done anything too screwy, so I've had a little bit less to do interstitial videos about. What is this? Go away. Okay. Yeah, so don't sleep on this con. Don't sleep on the convention. And if you guys need the Warhorn link, I'll share that with you again. Now, if you missed last night, if you're just jumping in, you're like, oh my gosh, I missed Arrow Lotus last night and Bill deleted the show. No, No, I didn't, and you didn't. Errol will be here next Thursday. He had a dental emergency this week. Next Thursday, Errol Otis will be on the show. Don't miss it. You don't want to miss Errol being on the show. The week after that, guess what? Heidi and Eric are going to be back, unless they want to be back earlier. It's up to them. They love coming on the show. Dungeon Minister, that sounds amazing. So was the first one I ever wrote when I was about his age. And speaking of Dungeon Minister, merch for the con is available. You can get a Guac 2 Great Underground Online Gaming Convention 2 t-shirt, mug, glass, stein. I don't think they do ashtrays, but tote bag, dice bag. You can get all of that stuff. And Dungeon Minister has designed some absolutely fantastic logos for it this year. Don't miss out on that. The con is free. The convention's free. You've got a chance to win cash prizes playing in Doomsword's AD&D tournament, gaming product prizes playing in Doomsword's AD&D tournament, posters and all other kinds of swag just for showing up. We're going to have a raffle for those. And we've got a ton of stuff because guess what? Frog God Games is sponsoring the con also. So Hellebard and Frog God are our headline sponsors. And I'm going to put up images and stuff that's all going up on the onto the Warhorn page. And so you guys, it's literally sit on the internet and have a chance to win convention stuff. No flying, no driving, no COVID, no expensive convention food. Although I gotta say, the burgers at Gary Con were not bad. In both flavor and cost. You can have whatever beer you want. You're not limited to like, here's the 6 we got and that's it. No. You go to your favorite package store. Get a 6-pack a day. I don't think you should. But anyway, so all that's available. Hello, Lux. All that's happening at the con, and if you sleep on it, look. First of all, it's from Thursday to Sunday. It's from the 21st. 21st through the 25th. 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, or 22nd to 25th. Right, 22nd to 25th inclusive. Okay. You have no excuse to not be at the con at least one day playing something. All right. Oh, we got an artist alley on Saturday, guys. We got an artist alley on Saturday. Tracy Lesh will be here. He'll have stuff for you to buy, including signed prints. So, honestly, I mean, I've pretty much taken care of your summer plans, right? I've like, so you're like, well, gosh, what am I getting? It's first of the year. I got, the family's after me. They're like, oh, what are we doing for summer? Well, here you go. Cost you $0, except everybody in the family's going to want a t-shirt, right? But no, all kidding aside, it's going to be a lot of fun, and you should definitely swing by and check it out on a day. But go to Warhorn and sign up. Go to Warhorn and sign up. So, where does that leave us? Oh, yeah. Speaking of sponsors, this show is brought to you by our friends at Hellebard Games. Yeah, that's the same people. It's not just a weird coincidence. It's the same folks. And Hellebard Games makes the kind of adventures that they'd like to play. Whether it's for 5th edition, Castles and Crusades, or the OSR, Old School is in play at the table with Hellebard Games, and you can find them on DriveThruRPG or their website, hellebardgames.com, where they are having a sale right now on their in-print 5th edition adventure modules. And I got to tell you what, their devotion to Old School means you have very little conversion work to do, okay? Thematically, they're old school adventures. But if you use the coupon code 5EOOP at checkout when purchasing their in-print 5th edition stuff, you get 50% off, and that's buy one, get one free level prices, right? So that's just a swamp and a caravan trail loaded with adventure locations in their default campaign setting of Nordalia. So absolutely positively avail yourself of this sale. They have some good stuff. They sell my module, Temple of the Sun. I believe it's AA2, but if you just look up Temple of the Sun, you'll find it on their website. And that's an original one by yours truly. So yeah, definitely check them out. So what are we going to do before we play some Gamma World tonight? We've got about an hour to Gamma World, and we had a pretty rough game last session. Got some good old Geiger-esque body horror going, and I loved it. Plants bursting out of abdomens. But anyway, that's as far as I should go, lest I get demonetized. Almost said demodified. Yeah, we took you from being a poor person to a poorer person. We demodified you. But before we do that, we started our deep dive of N1 against the Cult of the Reptile God. Miss Bella Games, good to see you. So let's continue that, and we had a lot of fun, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the table. If anybody wants, and you guys know I can do a few okay-ish impressions. If you want any of this red, like Sean Connery or Trump or Alex Jones or Christopher Walken, just throw a little super chat, throw a little change in, and I'll do it for you. So let's get started looking at against the Cult of the Reptile God. We're exploring the village. We've entered the village of Orlane, where things aren't quite right. I heard about that, Robert. Russ Nicholson passed away. Fantasy artist across many Games Workshop, Steve Jackson Games in the UK, the guy that did the fighting fantasy books, not the guy in Amarillo, Texas. D&D UK art products, just the Fiend Folio has his fingerprints all over it. So he will be missed. He will be missed, and he was a lover of the old school. All right, let's jump into it and look at a little bit of one. Share screen, share screen, share screen, share screen, share screen, share. All 7 clicks that you got to do. All right, so we had gotten to Dorian in his his partner in a small cottage. So this is area 9 on the town map. So if you have a physical copy or you bought the PDF, I bought the PDF on print on demand because I've never owned a physical copy of Ed1, and I thought, what the heck? I got a couple extra shekels. So it'll be here in a month. Probably when I've forgotten about it and think somebody sent me a nice present. The small square building has been freshly whitewashed. Heavy curtains hang over the windows and the door is shut. The cottage is the home of 2 elves. Dorian, and there's his stats, and Llewellyn. The townsfolk are suspicious of the pair. Only the mayor knows why they're here, since he asked them to investigate the strange occurrences in Orlane. The elves have learned that an evil cult is somehow controlling the minds of certain citizens, including the 2 clerics at the temple, the proprietor and regular customers of the Golden Grain Inn, the constable, and the blacksmith. The elves are careful, however, and will not reveal this information unless they are absolutely certain that the party is opposed to the cult. Any elves present in the party will cause the pair to feel a natural affinity towards their cousins, but this will in no way lessen their caution. In general, the party will have to engage in combat and capture or slay some of the known cult members to win the trust of the elves. That is pretty brutal. It's just like, no, you can trust us. Prove it. How? Murder some people in the town. When Dorian and Llewellyn are convinced that the party is an ally, they will share their information. They will not join the group for exploring either the town or the dungeon, preferring to work on their own. The elves will remain in their cottage during the day, but at night it's 80% likely that they will be out observing either the temple or the Golden Grain Inn. They have a small metal box in a cupboard. It is stoutly locked. Llewellyn carries the key at the bottom of his quiver. A thief can try to pick the lock at -10. The box may also have to be pried open. There is sleep gas in it. It will affect everyone in the cottage. It affects everybody for 3 to 18 hours. Roll the time of unconsciousness separately for each character. The gas is inside the chest, hence no attempt to find or remove traps will be successful. Using the key or picking the lock will bypass the trap. The box contains 200 platinum, 55 gold, and this note. We have a note. Dorian and Llewellyn, much has happened in my life since we fought side by side in the Troll War. I hope sometime to have a chance to talk with you about the many pleasant things. My purpose now, sadly, is to ask, nay, beg, my courageous comrades, to aid my people in a time of dire need. I cannot even describe to you the danger that threatens Orlane, for I know not its true nature. I do know that unless it can somehow be stopped, this evil will consume my little village and its families. We will vanish without trace into the dust of history. A sinister force is at work here, and it is made all the more frightening by the fact that its true nature is concealed in a web of fear and suspicion. I plead with you to come to Orlane. Your skills, lend your skills to revealing this menace that it may finally be destroyed. Your comrade, the mayor there. Yes, this has boxed text, the deadly wandering box text. Not a big fan of box text, but for an introductory module, it can be a good thing. Does this looks like it expands. Yes, it does. So we can just click. All right, so let's talk about the mayor's residence. And we're already there, so that's convenient. The house is set well back from the road and is partially screened by a pair of medium-sized elms. This is by far the most imposing house in the village. The walls have been regularly whitewashed, and the roof gleams with new wooden shingles. A wide porch crosses the entire front of the house, and columns of wood support the overhanging roof. The columns have been carved into leafy patterns by a skilled craftsman. This is the home of village mayor and his family. The mayor is Zacharias Ormond, a retired but still capable third-level fighter. The mayor's cheerful wife and his daughters live here, as well as 2 older sons. The mayor's personal bodyguard is also concealed in the house. Zacharias is polite and curious with strangers and is willing to spend hours conversing. Always, however, he is discreet, seeking information more readily than giving it away. He is an astute leader and has recognized that something is warping the people of the village. He has associated the changes with the recent midnight disappearances, noting that folks who return are in a somehow altered state. He is convinced that the storekeeper, the smith, the carpenter, and the clerics are all members of this secret order. He has formed the false hypothesis that the old hermit in the grove west of town is behind the whole thing. Lack of proof has kept him from acting on this assumption, however. Like that ever stopped a medieval leader, you know? Hey, that somewhat attractive woman who, wouldn't lay with me, she has a cat. Kill her, But anyway, we don't have to go full grimdark. You went full grimdark. Never go full grimdark, man. Hiding inside the mayor's house is his old bodyguard, Traver Stoutheart. Traver will stay concealed in a curtained alcove until needed. He is a gruff, uncommunicative old soldier who will spring from his hiding place in a curtained alcove. You told us that at the first sign of an overt act against the mayor. Traver's interpretation of an overt act might be taken very loosely. The sight of a person who might have placed something in the mayor's wine or a hand suspiciously concealed under a table could bring him charging into the room with a bloodthirsty challenge. Traver, no, the guy's just scratching his knee. The mayor will be quite embarrassed if this occurs. Well, there we go. Behind the mayor's house is his wood carving workshop with tools, wood shavings, and some fine pieces of hardwood lying about. What guy doesn't have a bunch of wood in their garage? He did the carvings on the columns before his house. He is half finished with a remarkably lifelike bust of his wife. Hey now. Beneath the floorboards in the shop, he stores a small chest. The chest contained 364 platinum. It's 1550 gold, I think. Y'all have to do the math. I think it's 1550. 750 gold pieces, 1,200 silver, and 3 gems worth 1,000 gold pieces each. Oh, without a doubt. And I think that's true of most modules, that if you have a good DM, you have a good module. The tailor shop. Oh, that was Andy Taylor, sorry. A sign crudely depicting a needle piercing the seat of a pair of pants hangs before this establishment. Crudely, really? Go on. A small ramshackle building in need of considerable repair. Shutter hangs loosely, shingles are missing from the roof, and the walls show signs of rot in several places. It's the home of the village tailor, a meek elderly bachelor, Myron Tweed. Did they arrest him for political corruption in New York in like the 1850s? He is terrified of strangers and will answer no questions. I think a good party of adventurers can get a few answers out of him. If asked to do some tailoring, he will only allow one person at a time into a shop, and he will be nervous about the whole business. He has a sack containing 56 gold, 99 electrum, and 175 silver hidden amongst the bundles of cloth at the rear of his home. Village store. This is a fairly well-kept establishment with an assortment of farm implements and cooking utensils on the wide porch. The door stands open and a well-painted sign depicting a pot, plow, sack, and lantern hangs over all. Cult members! Are they calling us cult members and bringing our attention to this? Or So yeah, there's cult members here, husband, wife, and 3 grown sons. They will fight with short swords. The husband and wife will greet customers in the store. The sons will remain screened by a curtain leading to the back porch, aiming cocked crossbows at strangers. Excuse me. I was up late last night. If the visitors are hostile or too curious, the sons will step forward and demand they leave the store. If the strangers behave violently, the sons will shoot first and then leap into the room with swords drawn. The shopkeeper and his wife, the wifekeeper and his shop. The shopkeeper and his wife will put on a friendly front with customers, knowing that their sons are backing them up. Mundane items such as cooking pots or sacks of meal will be available. Most items listed in the player's handbook can also be found here, 75% chance. Weapons and armor will only be found on a 20% chance, rolled separately for each item. Right, Robert? There's a table and benches in the store. When strangers visit, the shopkeeper will invite them to have a glass of wine. There's an 80% chance that the characters will find it's the best wine they've ever tasted. If they ask about it, the storekeeper will say that it comes from the local winery behind the Inn of the Slumbering Serpent. He will attempt to get as much information from the party as possible from their cash box. Greetings, Aurora. Boo? Aura-boo, excuse me. Aura-boo. Mount Pilot, you say? Yeah, I'm going to take Velma to a picture show over at Mount Pilot. We lost our place. There we go. Rundown farmhouse. The house is in desperate need of repair. The front door, porch steps, and visible roof supports are missing. The barn is in worse condition, but the many chickens in the yard suggest that the place is indeed inhabited. Cult members, a farmer and his son. And the wife was fed to the reptile god. They have no treasure save 31 silver in a kitchen jar, having donated all their other worldly goods to the cult. The carpenter's shop. I'll leave you guys to make your own jokes. A wooden board found in the shape of a saw hangs before this well-constructed building. The front part of the structure is unwalled, and tools and inside of this breezy area are the carpenter. One more time. Inside this breezy area, the carpenter is at work. Many tools, saws, hammers, nails, pry bars, etc., are scattered about, and some boards are mounted on sawhorses. They are also cult members. So if you're like, this seems like a pretty decent place, maybe there's a few cult members, nothing we can't deal with. I'm pointing at the module, by the way. I point over in that direction because it's sitting over here. They're very recent. In fact, their teenage son and daughter may still be alive in the snake pits of the reptile god. The latter pair, of course, resisted the Naga's charm. The carpenter serves as a furniture maker as well as a builder, and numerous examples of his handiwork are placed about his shop. Tables, chairs, and desks, all of exquisite craftsmanship, may be seen in casual inspection. The table that is presently under construction, however, is much more shoddily put together, as are the pair of chairs he has just completed. The latter await a coat of stain, whereas all the other furniture is finished. Wife will spy on you. She's got a long sword. It's been smeared with snake venom and she'll attack hysterically. Like laughing and telling just incredible jokes. Oh, Robert Phillips again talking about the League of Gentlemen. Somebody was mentioning in the comments of last night videos, they're like, that show is dark. That is a dark, dark show, and it is. He's designed a clever panel in his bedroom that will slip aside to allow anyone access to the compartment beyond. He's got a wooden box worth 400 gold, and only the carpenter knows the combination of leaves to press or twist open because it's got carved greenery on it. And inside is 470 gold, 175 silver, and a 500 gold piece of jewelry. The blacksmith shop, and they're cult members also. It's obviously a smithy, though no sign hangs here. The shop part of the building is unwalled, and two brawny lads operate a bellows while a giant of a man hammers thunderously upon a piece of metal that will soon become the blade of a shovel. Soot and smoke abound. They are cult members. So you got to deal with them. The smith is unpleasant and rude in conversation, even if he doesn't fly into a rage. Any slightly aggressive or faintly insulting comment will probably cause him to become enraged. His sons will be unable to hold him as he rushes forward. If combat begins, they'll support their father. Because of their size and strength, all three are formidable foes, although they fight at 0 level. The blacksmith is 1880 strength. The smith will use his hammer as a weapon, and the sons will grab short swords they've hidden in the shop. Because of their leather aprons, all three have an armor class of 8. All of their valuables have been donated to the cult. Well, I mean, clearly not. Battered and weather-beaten structure. The doors and windows of this large building are boarded up. A sign lies face down in the weeds before the porch, which may be reached by climbing 3 broken steps. The roof has several gaping holes, and the general appearance of the place suggested it has been long abandoned. It was formerly the Foaming Mug Inn, and hearing that place is shut down breaks my heart. The establishment has been abandoned for nearly a year following an attempt by the cult to kidnap the proprietor and his family. The attempt was foiled by the courage of several citizens, and a fierce fight followed, during which all of the citizens at the inn, as well as several cult members, were killed. The battle remains a mystery to the rest of the village and has been dismissed as another aspect of the mysterious problem besetting Orlane. It's not really abandoned. If the party should break in or discover the secret door at the rear wall, they'll find the ground floor in a state of total disarray. A cellar door is visible, hanging on one edge, and a creaky staircase leads into darkness. And yes, indeed, we have troglodytes. Troglodytes are hanging out there. We have an abandoned farm here. Doors and shutters swing freely. The whole appearance is one of an abandoned desolation. Weeds choke the yard before the house. Searchers will find clothing, utensils, moldy scraps of food, and closed cupboards. It's obvious the residents left suddenly. There are 2 bedrooms in the house, one with a double bed and the other with 2 small beds. A family of 4 lived here until the troglodytes and cult members dragged them off to the dungeon of the reptile god 9 months ago. The evil will of the Naga was unable to corrupt any of them, so shortly thereafter, some of the crocodiles ate very well. This is not a happy time. The unfortunate farmer's treasure remains in a hollow beneath the rear porch. Several other sacks there contain 2 gold, 250 EP, 307 silver, as well as a jade statuette worth 200. Farmhouse and barn. This farm looks moderately prosperous. The house and barn are in good repair, although several flower gardens that used to bloom in the yard have become choked with weeds. A strapping youth is splitting wood in the yard beside the house. And guess what? Cult members. Hey, quick save. Farmhouse with several outbuildings, not outhouses. The smell of this area identifies it as a hog farm. If they were outhouses, you wouldn't know. In addition to swine, many chickens scratch about the yard, while a rooster and several turkeys strut regally. A teenage boy watches from the porch of the house. The farmer has been disturbed by changes in his community and will send visitors on their way very quickly. This is a local shop for local people. He will answer no questions, and if a group persists in trespassing, he'll display a loaded crossbow that he has concealed on the porch, ordering them off his land. Get off my lawn. It's more like John St. John trying to do Clint Eastwood from Gran Torino. Come get some. Who wants some? The boy and his mom also have crossbows. America! No, the boy has a spear. This is the farmhouse of the F around and find out family. Hey, Geek Nerd Game, welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you. Have not seen you in a while. The truth is out there. Am I right? Speaking of what, I don't know if you caught last night's show, Geek Nerd Game, when I was leaning into the Alex Jones impression. You know what? Nobody's super chatted, but I'll give you guys a little Alex Jones before we wrap this up. Impression, YouTube. I'll do an impression, a funny impression. Yeah, I can imagine. Small, neatly kept cottage. That is the house of Vilma Meredy, but let's read about it a little bit. Brilliant flower gardens surround this quaint little home. Clean shutters flank several large windows, and fancy curtains are visible inside. The building is sheltered by several large elm trees. And she's an elderly widow. She's physically weak, unable to walk more than a few feet. How's she keeping the place up? She's an astute observer of occurrences in Orlane. She and her husband have been living there. Well, they moved there 20 or 50 years ago. He passed away 24 years later. For the last 8 years, she's lived in the cottage doing small mending and tending chores for her neighbors to earn a few coppers. Mostly, she lives off the rather comfortable sum that the couple accumulated over 40 years of farming. She wears several jeweled rings. She'll welcome visitors and invite them in for tea or wine. She's willing to talk and has much information to share, but if not questioned, she'll ramble. She will ramble through an animated dissertation about the old days. She will tend to return to this topic with regularity, even when specific questions are being asked, but will supply answers in a roundabout way. The DM should prepare a few details she rambles about. She suspects the carpenter, the smith, the farmers at 18 and 19, the cleric and temple servants, the farmer at 22, and two people she does not know they are elves living near the mayor. So she's kind of gone in scattershot on who she suspects. Admitting that she has no factual basis, she'll state that the family across the road from her used to be real nice, but now they act suspicious towards everyone, even me. She's never liked the family at Farm 18 and will report seeing the lads go out at all hours. The smith, she says, has always been an ill-tempered lout, but lately there's just no talking to the man. She has a very high opinion of the mayor and hopes that the two strangers living next to him don't bring him any harm. If asked where to stay for the night, she'll recommend the Inn of the Slumbering Serpent. My hair grows with the fame. When we see him on the carpet, he's going to have a double. I don't think you're going to ever have to worry about seeing me on the carpet, Geek Nerd Game. But thank you. Thank you very much. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Hey, by the way, I don't think you follow me on Twitter, and I guess I'm telling you guys this. I'm working on a little project that's going to wind up in the Library of Congress. Like something I'm writing on with people I'm pretty excited about that. I just got to say, I'll tell you guys more about it. So, that's just really thrilling for me. She'll readily admit she doesn't know much about occurrences in the West End of town. I don't get out much. You think... I think what's holding you back is you. Bill is a real star. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Geek Nerd Game. I get out there, man. I work the crowd. I don't get out too much, She has seen scaly humanoids with fin-like crests on their head crossing north of her cottage and climbing the walls of the temple. She will boldly state that she no longer allows the clerics to visit her, saying they changed after going away suddenly for a week about a year ago. And just one last thing. I'm not blowing sunshine here, Geek Nerd Game. Knowing where that's coming from, that I appreciate that, brother. I really do. She wears several rings on each hand, and good Lord, listen to the cost on these. 1,000, 800, 500, and 200 gold. She has an unlocked case of jewelry worth another 4,500, and a large cookie jar that, just contains 24 platinum, 85 gold, and 150 silver, and 256 copper. Vilma has lived a good life. And has been a faithful worshiper of America throughout. If any harm is done to her, including theft, that benign goddess will see that a run of bad luck falls upon the perpetrator. This will affect party members or cult members alike and consists of a -2 penalty to the next 3 days on rolls that the character or group makes, including initiative and surprise. All rolls are affected. You couldn't do that for everybody else in the town, America? Thank you, Geek Nerd Game. You're pretty darn awesome yourself. Okay, I'm gonna describe, I'm gonna read all of 21 with my Alex Jones impression. Do you guys want that? Do you want the Alex Jones impression? This is for those folks who couldn't make it last night and didn't hear it, and you didn't see the little piece that I sectioned out. Any one person saying yes, and you guys get it. I'm not even going to hold your feet to the fire for supers. Or a boot. All right, fine. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably going to suck. It's going to be nowhere near as good as last night's, but here we go. "21. Temple of America. This is the only stone structure in Orlane. A wall of granite blocks surrounds the temple, and sturdy wooden gates give access to a courtyard. They're keeping you out, people. They don't want you to see the truth. They don't want it exposed. The temple is on the highest piece of land in Orlane. It's a pyramid. It's the all-seeing eye. I tried to warn you, people. They're looking down on you. Cult members. What should I do, Lord? We know about the cult members. The gates to the courtyard will be standing open. It's a ruse. It's a false flag. They're trying to lull you. Listen to me, people. I'm trying to warn you. But they'll be shut and barred with the setting of the sun. They don't want you to see what's going on in there. Vigorous pounding after dark, usually 100% at sunset. Bring a servant to open them. If the characters enter, go to the temple key. That follows the key to Orlane. It's a special map, people. I tried to warn you. All right, that's it. There you go. I hope you appreciated it. I hope you guys appreciate. Yeah, Jimmy Invictus is like demonetized. All right, so that was the Temple of America. Shabby farmhouse and barn. Like zoinks. Oh, that'd be the shaggy farmhouse and barn. You know what'll keep you from getting hypnotized by the reptile cultists? These supplements. Colloidal silver. I'm not going to have a channel tomorrow. It's just YouTube's like, yank. just go over to the server and cut that Cat 5 cable, please. Prosper. Oh, no, this is shabby. The resident gives the impression that it has seen much use and that its owners have little time for improving its appearance. A small infant is playing next to the house, and several chickens and a huge rooster poke about the yard. Cult members. They're recent converts. The farm is well run, though battered. It's looked that way since before then, you know. Large store of barley, wheat, and corn are in the barn. A small vineyard west of the house is lush with ripe grapes. Or just lush with lushes. All of the persons here have been slightly numbed by their recent experience with the Naga and will appear distant and removed if talked to. They will be neither friendly nor hostile, and questions may have to be repeated several times before getting an answer. So it's like talking to Chat GPT. Because of the confused state of the family, shrewd questions might gain some useful information. The attention span of these folks is too short for them to conduct any significant conversation, however. All right, I'm gonna read what Brodo said in the AJ voice. I searched the Bohemian Grove for traps. It's all a trap. They want you for Moloch. I don't know if you're still there, Geek Nerd Game, but if I get yanked off YouTube, can you please help me? Oh Lord. Prosperous farmhouse and barn. Two small children play in the yard, but at the sight of the party, they immediately run in the house. The building looks solidly constructed and has been recently whitewashed. The barn is a clean structure, though not painted. And several goats wander in a small corral. The pen housing an immense pig is visible just south of the barn. The farmer is actually a ranger, finally. So there's like a few there's a few second level fighters. There's an adventuring party already in this town that can deal with the cult of the reptile god. But anyway, that's another problem against the cult of the reptile god. There's enough adventurers here to fix things, but so that's Alan Claiborne, and he's retired from the adventurous life with his wife, Mary Kay. They have three small children. They have three small children. The couple have been very successful as farmers. The barn is well stocked with corn, oats, and beans. You're going to need three things. You're going to need clean water. You're going to need food, and you're going to need gold currency. Besides their 5 goats and the pig, they are the proud owner of 2 mules. Although retired from actively seeking adventure, the couple is proud and resolute in their determination to succeed and are determined to defend their home and family with every means at their disposal. To this end, there is a secret closet in the house that contains Alan's +1 chainmail shield, sword +2, longbow 40 arrows, and Mariki's plate mail +1 shield, longsword, and spear. Also in the closet is a locked strong box that has a ton of treasure, relatively speaking. 50 platinum, 430 gold, and 4 gems. 1,000 for 2 of them, 800 and 600. Question for DMs out there. Question for DMs. Do you guys buy preference when you see stuff like this in modules? Do you use that as base value? Because sometimes you'll be like, and I think Gary was pretty specific. Like in the G modules, sometimes there's one place in the G modules where it's like, you know, there's a room scattered. There's like 100 base 1 GP gems or something like that. I mean, the amount of work you'll have to do to see if they explode or implode in value is it's a lot of legwork. Look at that horse. That horse is amazing. Anyway, so we've got a few more minutes. I think we're probably going to wrap up at Abandoned Farm unless and remember also, Rob, these loot catch, I mean, this is a 4th level ranger. If the party goes murder hobo, the murder will happen right there. I mean, he's going to be dressed in 1 minute, and I guarantee a 4th level ranger can hold off a 1st level party long enough for his wife to get in her plate mail +1 and really make the adventurers wish that they hadn't decided to go murder hobo. It does taste just like raisins. So I wouldn't worry about the loot. The players are never going to get their hands on this. This falls into the why static god almost level. I mean, why have this treasure here if the party's not going to go murder hobo? Because they might go murder hobo. Why have a god statted up if the party isn't going to go murder hobo and try to kill them? Because you one day might have a party that's going to go murder hobo and try to kill them. Oh, so many people leaving. I've heard of those meme videos, but I haven't watched them myself. Yeah, no. We will at least get to the end of the Slumbering Serpent. I think we can do that in 8 minutes, 7 minutes. The Abandoned Farm, it's a fairly well-built house. It's had all of its windows and doors boarded over securely. The barn doors swing freely in any passing breeze. The widow Mary D used to live here. Inn of the Slumbering Serpent. Inn of the Slumbering Serpent. Grandma World. That's where they loved the geriatric nukes. Well, the years of darkness occurred in Grandma World because, you know, the kids came over and they found that Danish butter cookies dish. They thought they had hit the jackpot and then realized it was full of buttons, a pair of scissors that Grandma gets mad at you if you use to cut the construction paper, and needles and thread. You know what I'm talking about. All of you know exactly what I'm talking about. So the Inn of the Slumbering Serpent, a large, colorful sign pictures a red dragon with its head resting contentedly on its paws. A plume of smoke rises from the serpent's nose and its eyes are closed. This inn is smaller and older than the Golden Grain. Several beds of flowers brighten the front, however, and the large middle-aged woman sweeping the front porch looks cheerful. She greets you with a friendly wave. This is Belba Kraloon. She and her husband, Alwyn, run this inn. They possess the knack of making a weary traveler feel at home. They leave the light on for you. Any pause on the part of a group, she will bustle down the porch steps and invite them inside. If the party enters, use the additional description of the Inn of the Slumbering Serpent following the key to Orlane. A map of the inn will be found in that section, so we can check that out at a later time. I think we're going to pump the brakes, and we're going to go ahead and just kind of pause on that. And Monday night we'll be back, barring we're not leaving now. Don't run off. But Monday night we'll continue exploring Orlane, and then we'll get into the cult itself and that sort of thing. So the impersonation is giving you a whole new way to RP no NPC informants. That's great. No, I see AJ as a half orc, But anyway, so Monday we will get back into the module. Tonight here in 5 or 6 minutes, we're going to play some Gamma World, some classic Gamma World. We had a party death. We've got a couple of characters who aren't looking real good. But we've got some newly rolled up characters who are coming in tonight. Safi is bringing her character in. And Doomsword and Doomsword's character, I should say, and Kevin's character currently have a case of terrible indigestion, courtesy of body horror. So many people chatting back there. What are you guys talking about? Leave nobody the dish butter cookies in the tin. I'm also having network problems. I apologize in advance for those of you that are watching this as a slideshow now. Hopefully it will settle down. Now, for those of you who are aware, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this. I'm going to switch this on, and you guys are going to see a very cool thing. Indeed, you guys are going to see a very cool thing. Let's stop share. I don't need that anymore. You liked my robot voice? By your command. I gotta have Gamma World rules up here. So dig this, boys and girls. And watch what happens. And look at that. Look at that. There's dice. Hey, I got one right in my hand. Woohoo! You guys will see the dice rolled. You won't just see it like in a little screen where you're like, okay, I think I see dice rolls. Actual dice on the screen. And I have this lovely purple set. It's high vis, easy for you guys to read. We got a 77, but you guys can see it up on the screen. Here comes Numbers Rab. He will be here in a moment. We will be starting the game. Yeah. Oh, Yang. Yeah. Well, we'll get together with Doomsword. He's the one that taught me the way. Don't start roll. I'm gonna turn this off. But yeah, you guys will have, that is, you folks out there in audience land will be able to see the dice, and we're going to get started back to the Gamma World game right now. Because when last we left the adventurers, they had pulled off to an est op. along a ancient highway leading out of the city of Atlanta to the west. And unfortunately, when they stopped at the Est-Op, things turned south. They encountered a stand of Zeeth that teleported seed pods into characters. And, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. That was a 77, by the way, Dungeon Minister. All right, so let us first welcome those who are here and alive, and their characters may wish they weren't. Say hello to Kevin as Do Re Mi.
Hello, everyone.
And Doomsword as Numbers Rab. Doomsword as Numbers Rab.
Hey, sorry about that.
That's okay, brother. And here again for the first time, welcome Yang Yan Zhao, playing a character named Blue October.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday indeed, my friend. And welcome, of course, back is the lovely and talented Sapphire Steel as Mercy. Good evening.
Evening.
So, we'll bring your characters in here real soon. Meanwhile, for our two adventurers who are digging through the ruins of these ancient trucks, you have found a bubble car that looks like it's probably operational. You found an elongate missile-like device, which has what looks like an upside-down horseshoe and a triangle on its fins. You found some grenades. But the bubble car is the focus of your happiness. Now, the day has ended. You can rest in the bubble car. You can rest just amongst the junk in the back of the two cargo trailers. What do you want to do?
So, is it possible that we can attach the missile thing to the bottom of the bubble car?
That might require a lot of work. It's not a military vehicle per se.
Right.
Well,
it's not going to be small enough for me to Red Baron it with just holding it outside the window.
No.
Okay. Damn.
This this thing is about the size of like an SM2.
Okay. So it'd have to be a little bigger then. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You'd have to actually invent a missile pylon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if we have time for that.
Literally.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the good news. Regardless of how you rest, you gain back a hit point each.
Oh, nice.
Here's the bad news. You lose 8 hit points each because you have seed pods inside you. And they're really trying hard to make more Zeeth. The slightly better news is, these things last a week, and if you don't die, you live. You just, it's really unpleasant for that week. So
I got maybe another day of this.
Yeah, less so. I should have ate that guacamole.
Soviet Gamma World, guacamole eats you.
Yeah, no shit. Well,
on the plus side, you have 1 med kit.
But a med kit's just going to heal her points, right? It won't fix this.
That is correct.
Yeah. it'll survive us an extra day, or well,
And we got one.
right.
And we got one bullet.
Okay, so when the new day comes and you both double over and feel the horrible pain of these things trying to find a good place to set up shop inside you, mark off your appropriate hit points. A net loss of 7 each because you did get a night's rest, an uncomfortable night's rest, but any external wounds you've taken have gone away. Do you wish to continue to search the two the two vehicles?
Well, we cleared out that first one, right? And the second one
You did. That is correct. You did clear out the first one.
Right, and then we paused like halfway through some of the special or extraordinary items on the second one. Is that what happened, or?
Yes, it was there. You found like a portent and an energy cloak and the bubble car and the long missile.
Yeah, and then as I remember, it got to be toward nighttime, and we decided to like set up camp.
Right.
What do you think, Joe?
So, Numbers, you'd said that you had like a base somewhere. Do they have like surgeons and stuff at the base?
I believe so, but I think we're
too far away.
We're a few days out, if we're lucky.
Can this? Well, I guess I don't know astrophysics at all. Yeah. How fast do you think this thing can go? We had one, or you? I guess you had one of these before. I didn't have one.
The bubble car can fly in excess of Mach 10.
Well, it looks like it'll glide through the air just fine. Perhaps we can make it. I haven't the faintest idea how to use the damn thing now.
I'm willing to take a chance. I have a knack for some of these things sometimes. The alternative is, we got that missile thing.
Right. So we can detonate it upon ourselves before it gets too bad.
Kind of carry it over to where those nasties are, and teach them a lesson, or make them bigger. I guess it's possible.
Yeah, no doubt. Go out with a bang, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't you check out that car? I'll look at this. I'll look in this trailer real quick, see if there's anything interesting.
All right. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to use the bubble car.
Okay. Greetings, Jorge. Greetings. Okay. Shame on me because I actually had intended to give you like a big list of junk that you find in there. And we can check that out later. I'm going to bring the on-screen die roller up here. So we'll kick it right off. And this is for all you guys who've been saying, oh, I guess he's rolling dice. You get to see it on screen now. And this is going to be very cool. Kevin, please give me a D10 roll.
All right. There it is. Now, it didn't subtract the 5 I told it to subtract, I guess.
That's fine. That's it.
Okay.
That's a 2.
Well, I told it to. It shows you the actual die. It doesn't show the result. So I'll just roll the die. I won't do any more.
That's fine. So you're subtracting.
Yep.
Okay. So you sit down in the seat. You grab the spade grips and pull them towards you. You see a few lights flicker on. Give me another D10 roll.
Okay. This one's a little easier to read, I think. Awesome. Hold on, let me make sure that's not the Ted's die. It is. Damn it.
Hey, one thing real quick. It won't change the die, but if you apply a modifier, it will show in the bottom right for you.
Yeah, it does. It does in the...
Yeah.
All right. Greetings, Joshua Garlock. Hello. All right, so you kind of flip a couple of switches and like it doesn't really seem to affect anything. The lights that were on wink off. So you want to give another roll?
Minor setback. Okay. Oh, I'm rolling great today.
So what does that modify to?
That's a 4. It's weird because how do you know with the dot?
Okay. Different lights come on.
Okay. So that's a 4. Yeah.
Okay. Different lights come on, and you think you hear a hum somewhere in this thing.
All right. Well, I'll. That's better than I had before.
Okay.
Oh, it's rolling 2. Let me clear it. Okay.
All right. That's fine.
There we go.
Nice.
-2.
All right. Okay, so the previous lights come back on, and you see a couple of panels in front of you, sort of fitfully strobe on, and they're kind of dim. Go ahead.
All right. Come on, you stupid machine. I've worked on better things than you. There's a -3.
Okay. Yeah, you recognize that you actually have to touch the illuminated plates, and they come on and on. And now a steady hum permeating the inside of the vehicle.
I look over at numbers and see if he can hear it outside as well. Does it seem like he can hear it?
Numbers, you don't actually hear anything yet.
Right.
Okay.
I'm in the trailer. Though,
Yeah, you're outside. All right. I'll keep trying. And it's a 4.
It's there. That becomes a 4. Okay. The timbre of it changes, and a couple of panels go out.
Emergency repair procedure 1 coming up soon. Oh yeah. It's a 5.
Damn. Oh, that becomes a 5 total. That's not bad.
Yes. It's
Okay.
time to start kicking stuff to get this stuff going.
Yeah. There's this. Nothing's really happening that's advancing, getting this thing going. But like some panels change. There's stale air is blowing out of vents onto you. That sort of thing.
No. That's the worst.
Give me a roll.
I'll put my shirt over my face. All right, it's a -3, a -2.
-2. Okay.
Need to change the cabin filter in this thing.
All right. You get that shut off, and there's like one of the panels is showing primary start sequence. You're not sure what that is, but it's outlined in red, and it's different.
Yeah, it looks like actual words. And start's not a bad word.
Start's not a bad word at all.
All right. Roll. And it's a 2.
Okay, that panel just flicks over, and now it says stand by again.
Stand by.
Yep. But nothing bad happens.
I'm kind of looking around the outside to make sure I'm not doing something I don't notice.
Okay.
And I'll keep trying. Oh, there's a -4. That is a 1, right? It is.
Yes, that is a 1. Okay, so you touch that panel again, and now numbers, you can hear this high-pitched whine of turbojets, atmospheric turbojets. You've heard this a couple of times in your past, and they're slowly spinning up. So you want to give me one more there?
Yep. Nope. Damn, why does it keep trying to roll 2? And I got a -4 again.
Okay. You just start hitting switches in sequence, and now it all makes sense to you. The vehicle slowly, unsteadily, like I said, some of the displays flicker a little bit. You guys got it going. It is rising up out of the little cradle that was sitting there, and Numbers, you turn around and there's this, sort of high-pitched whooshing sound as this thing is now hovering in the trailer just a few feet away from you. Jimmy,
he got it running.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down so he could get in.
Okay.
Instead of trying to do it the hard way.
Yeah, I'm leaving all this crap behind. Except the stuff we've already harvested, of course. The stuff that I pasted into Discord or whatever.
All right. Well, I don't know where the base is, but maybe you can guide me.
I think I can remember. It's pretty simple.
Maybe we can get some help. Otherwise, we'll just ditch it somewhere, right? I guess.
Ditch it in ourselves.
Yeah.
Time has different meaning when you realize you're on your last day.
Yeah, it'll be the Gamma World equivalent of Shelma and Kui's. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you've got this thing moving now, and it, in a very calm voice, occasionally it crackles and stutters because again, it's not in great shape. It basically walks you through the process of flying it. It's very friendly, and like if you say, "Could you repeat that?" Of course, and repeats things. You figure out something called a holometric navigational aid. It regrets to report that its last update from the holometric geosynchronous navigational aid satellite network is out of date, and it can't contact those, so it'll use the last available file. And what looks like a box pops up in front of you, and it's full of green light, but the green light seems to ripple and flow. There's an orange dot that the thing explains represents you. The green light that's rippling and flowing represents major landmarks, buildings, cities, and it rattles off a bunch of words you don't understand on the terrain. And you are zooming off in that direction.
Nice.
Right now, you're moving pretty swiftly. It's like in like 20 minutes, you're over the like you recognize the large domes of the Lanta spaceport and the plume of smoke that is currently drifting out of where you think the hospital was, and interestingly, a blue light that is shining straight up.
Fast bugger. She got any more in her Dell?
That's the space elevator.
There's something called a throttle. Well, I mean, you drove the land. You know what a throttle is. You just needed to access it. And it is currently like, it's almost at its max detent, or minimum detent right now.
Okay, well, I'll increase it until I feel that it doesn't feel like it's doing well. If the shaking starts, or if I start hearing weird noises.
It doesn't shake, and the sound deadening in this thing is to the point that you only hear a faint whoosh. The green light, like, you see all the details in the box zoom down and you're now looking at a ball that's slowly rotating, and your orange dot is relatively in the same spot. You guys are really moving along, and everything outside is an absolute blur unless it's extremely far away.
Kick the tires and light the fires, though.
Yeah, let's get out of here because this isn't going to get better. I was like, well, yeah, we didn't pack the damn missile. Damn it, I was in a hurry. Okay.
Well,
We'll I'll continuously monitor whether I'm told whether I need to go left, right, up, down.
Okay.
North, south, whatever.
I tell you what, give me another D10 roll, please.
For navigation kind of things. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what the mods are, but that's a 6.
Okay. Going to give you standard mods. You kind of, between you and numbers, you guys are sort of able to talk about this place, and it responds in its friendly voice that the region you're talking about is United States Air Force, United States Aerospace Force restricted airspace, and requires an affirmative user override to enter.
Okay. I will ask, how do I enter the user override?
Just say so.
Okay. I'd like to user override so I can enter that space.
Noted and recorded in flight data recorder.
Great. Thanks.
And from, let me see, from where I'm thinking of there, it's that speed. Yeah, you get there in a little under 40 minutes. You can see before you, there's a line of ocean. And as soon as numbers, do you recognize the concrete outcropping of Stronghold? And like literally as soon as you get there, the thing just immediately comes to a halt. You're not thrown against the windscreen or anything. It just, and then there's this soft kind of whump sound.
Oh yeah, brother, we might just make it.
Awesome.
All haste.
Yeah, let's get in there as soon as we can. So whump as in landed, or whump the car stops?
Well, the car stops and there's a pause, and then there's the whump.
Okay, all right. All right, I look around. How far are we away?
You were at safe flight altitude, so a couple hundred meters.
Okay.
According to the altimeter. Down below you is a landing pad, and clearly your character has never been there, but man, they don't take care of this place, because there's carts and dead livestock and ground vehicles that are just lying upside down and slammed against walls, and there's stunned people, and it's just a terrible looking place, but you land nonetheless.
I can
Sounds
only
like home to
fix
me.
so much. They
Much
sent me
better
away
landing.
and the place went to hell.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll try to land. Do I have to make any rolls to land, or?
No, you've got full control of the vehicle. You drop it down. There's a fellow you recognize. He's one of the security personnel. His nose and his ear are bleeding, and he kind of looks at you dazed and said, "Was that you?"
Might have been, might not. We got a medical emergency here.
Well, you got a technological wonder there, if you ask me. But what's your medical emergency?
Yeah, we're both infected. Zeeth.
Oh no! All right. Well, he is like runs over to the door, picks up a metal triangle, leans into one of the vault doors, and starts clanging the triangle. Long story short, you are taken to the infirmary where the Medibot that you had encountered so long ago is now the chief medical man there in Stronghold. Hang on a second. And you're immediately taken into scene to be seen. And let me give him some medical roles here. Now, for those who are curious, no, Gamma World does not have a skill system. However, we adapt, we improvise, we overcome. It doesn't have a skill system. It doesn't need a skill system.
What skills ever do for me?
Jim Ward didn't need a skill system. I'm trying to warn you people.
It's funny. That's your best one.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me see here. I gotta. That's not what I wanted. Oh, there, the clear button, you ding dong. Okay. All right. So. Uh-oh.
Bing plus cat.
Doo-doo-doo.
A giant saber-toothed mutated lion hops out of the landing pad. What do you do?
Can you guys still hear me? Because uh-oh. Something just happened.
Okay.
I can hear. If you can still hear me.
Did the Wu-Tang Clan took over?
I hear you, but I don't see you.
Is that G.I. Joe?
I have lost OBS in a crash. Let me see if I can restart it, boys and girls.
Okay. We all needed a little.
There we go. Hey, there I am. I'm back. All right.
Nice work.
We're back. Okay, yeah. Just OBS decided to go night-night on me there. And let's see if the virtual dice connection is still working. Yay! I need to move it back over, but that worked. So, yeah, you guys are actually going to take... well, that was for... Oh, Yang, could you check the private chat if you haven't? I might have missed your response. Okay, so Doom Sword numbers. His were kind of digging in pretty harsh. So you are going to take 5 points of damage in the surgery getting this out of you.
Oh, so close. But I live.
However, yeah, it learns from its mistakes and it's like, yes, Zeeth pods. I remember these now. I must anesthetize the patient first. So Numbers gets to be the prototype for the removal of Zeeth pods. Screaming and cursing all the way. But Do-Re-Mi, you're like the first thing, it presses a metal cylinder against your neck, and then you wake up and you have a slight pain in your abdomen, but nothing like what you've been going through.
Okay. That sounds great. Sounds like I didn't die.
Yes, neither of you died.
Yeah, nor did I, but I'm very bad shape.
Yeah, they're able to. They actually use a medikit on you also after the surgery, so they're healing all of that previous damage because your number's rad. You're like the great hero of the stronghold. So yeah, and wouldn't you know it, at that point, as you're both lying there convalescing, playing cards, eating ice cream, whatever, in walks Yang's character. And Yang, who are you playing? Are you running Rex now that they're back at Stronghold? Yang.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to see you back.
Well, you don't recognize this guy, but you do recognize you actually, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be confusing because I recognize him.
Yeah, you recognize him. He doesn't recognize you. You recognize Numbers, and Numbers also recognizes you. So you've got that going for you.
Who are your new friends, Numbers?
Hey, wait a second. I must be hallucinating. I think they shot me full of something. Some new MZRA crap or something like that.
Yes.
Look, man, you died.
Oh, I don't think so. Crazy Numbers.
What was that?
Metabot, I think maybe you gave him a little too much anesthesia.
Where's the power armor, Rex?
Power armor? Well, I've got my powered scout armor in storage at the moment.
Yeah, let me see it.
Maybe we should wait until you come down from your high first, but we could go see it, sure.
I saw you died too.
There you go.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Yeah, I'm just some guy named Do Re Mi. I'm friends of your friend here. Yeah.
Well, any friend of
Security
Numbers is a friend of mine.
Security. we got an incident.
Oh.
I see that poor Numbers has become has become hysterical. You feel that cold metal cylinder press on your neck. Give me let's see, what is Numbers constitution?
Yeah, that's a 17.
All right.
Ooh.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, that kind of numbs, and you're like, security, but it's not. It's not stopping you from moving.
Yeah, well, I'll go ahead and jump out of the bed then.
Okay.
Rex will say to Do Re Mi, sometimes this happens with Zeeth infections. Are you sure you're not infected too?
Oh, I was. I am. I don't. I think I'm okay now.
Well, you've had surgery to remove the Zeeth infections, and at that point, the surgery or the Metabot says, "Oh, that reminds me. I do know, love, how you humans enjoy keeping souvenirs of surgeries." And he holds up two sealed, sterile jars, and they're full of Zeeth seed pods. Do not worry, they have been chemically neutralized. They will not teleport back into your body in all likelihood. Would you like them?
Get that crap out of my face.
No.
Numbers, I can assure you, it will not go into your face. If it moves,
look, I'm dealing with real business here.
them in again.
Metabot, we don't allow people to keep Zeeth souvenirs. When you extract teeth or gallstones or bone shards or something, that's fine. But Zeeth seeds, we just incinerate those.
Very well. It sets the jars down. Numbers Rab is acting highly irrational.
Well, I think you're acting irrational. Why don't you leave me the hell alone? You done your job.
Okay. No security comes bursting into the room. So what's next? Numbers, do you get a debriefing from or Rex, rather, do you give Numbers a debriefing on what he has discovered the week now that he's been gone? Days, maybe.
Well, guys, why don't you come into the conference room? We'll have some coffee, and we've had some pretty good trade recently, so we've been able to get some flour that we could then use to make donuts. And why don't you tell me all about your adventures? How was
I
life?
hope you don't mind me keep my vibroblade to hand.
Well, I hardly think you needed a base, but
Well, I think I need it because I seen you die.
I think we've been over this. Metabot, can you please tell Numbers that delusions and hallucinations are sometimes part of Zeeth infections?
I don't care what the hell your bots say. All right, we can hightail it out of here just as easy as we showed up.
Well, of course we're going to send you back out.
Yeah, we ain't even talking about sending right now. We're talking about we go and do whatever we want. Unless you can prove, you give me a good reason to stay here.
Metabot, are you sure you removed all the Zeeth seeds?
The same old crap from this guy.
Well,
you actually might be Rex, given this line of BS.
Human Rex, if you like, I can attempt to voltage calm.
What do you mean by human Rex? It ain't nobody voltage calming me.
Not necessarily yet. Say, Metabot, can you assuage my friend's whereabouts here of where I've been for, I don't know, since they left?
Numbers, Rab. The human Rex Dashington has been inside the base. I personally have not witnessed life termination.
Duh. Are these things easily hacked?
Roll initiative, if you would, please, Yang, if you're on the on-screen roller.
All right. So a D6, and that's a roll. Oh.
Okay, yeah. It says, I can assure you, he is alive. Please observe. The Metabot attempts to jab you hard with a metal probe, but you get first, so you can step out of the way.
Yes, I will step out of the way, cover whatever area he's trying to probe, and say, nope, we don't need demonstrations. Thank you very much.
So even that damn thing's attacking you.
Numbers, Rab, please observe. Rex Dashington has an aversion to pain. This indicates aliveness. This indicates total biological function.
Hey, look, I want to see the power armor. That's what I want to see. I know you had it. I seen you die in it. Show it to me.
All right. Well, if you're feeling up to it, we can go.
Oh, I'm up to it more than dying. Trust me on that.
All right. Well, come along then. And Rex will take them down to
the armory.
Where he keeps his powered scout armor. And you see it. It's there. You can see that Rex has been making some modifications right now. He's got an eagle painted on it. And he's got some red, white, and blue on the arms and the legs. Making some modifications.
I'm telling you, this weren't no damn hallucination. This happened before the Zeeth infection, by the way. This happened well before. I was completely of sound mind and body.
There is a woman, another settler. I mean, this settlement's grown in the time that you've been there. Numbers. I mean, it hasn't exploded in population in the week since you guys left and have now come back. But there's a woman down there in the armory, and we'll just go ahead and say that is Mercy is down there in the armory. It's her turn to catalog equipment. So why don't you go ahead and describe your character, if you would, there, Safi.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what equipment I have because we didn't really go over that part of it, but I am a med tech, and so I would have appropriate equipment for a med tech.
Okay. So yeah, kind of the same kit that you remember 4077 bringing with her. A med pack, which is really just a leather bag with like a white circle and a red cross painted on it. A lightweight sidearm. She's just like ticking things off. But please take it from there, adventurers.
You a synth? I don't much like
No.
me synths.
Nope, I'm human.
Well, it's nice to
Mercy.
meet you. And Rex for the second time. You had some really good friends. But they didn't make it, I guess. Hopefully I fit in better. I guess.
Well, Rex has been here the whole time as far as I'm aware. He didn't go anywhere. I've seen him around the base.
Look, I know
Rex-
you guys ain't telling us the full story.
Rex will stroke his clean-shaven chin and say, Mercy, is it possible they have some long-term PTSD or something due to Zeeth infection?
Well, it's possible. I mean, we
Look,
don't
I ain't got
know.
no PSTD or whatever you say.
I mean, it can affect biochemistry because it is a plant, but I mean, obviously their experiences are unique to them. So,
Why you guys talking about me like I ain't here?
well, sorry. I mean, your experiences could be completely valid, and there may be other explanations. I mean, we won't know until.
No, well, the only explanation is that Sanctuary did something without my knowledge that potentially affected me. And before I do any more missions, I want to be filled in a bit.
Well,
I mean, there's all kinds of weird stuff out there. I mean, what did you encounter out there that may have affected your memories, possibly?
My memories? All I know is we grabbed a dead Rex, we grabbed a suit of power armor, we had to haul ass because we were dying before we could bring that stuff back. If I had that stuff in my possession, including that guy's body, I'd show it to you right now.
You know,
No,
you think it's still there?
It might be.
It might
How
still
about-
be there. We might be
Yeah.
able to show you.
Yeah, we
Well,
can show you real quick, like, too.
sure. I mean, we could go. I'm really impressed you found another bubble car. Gives me a little PTSD to when Gerg and the others, when they passed on,
Man, come
sacrificed
on.
themselves. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could go back. So what exactly happened to this Rex Dashington that you met?
Well, the suit was breached through a wall in some building in Atlanta, and your body was inside, man.
How
That's the
exactly
way
was
I
it
remember
breached?
it. Because it come flying in like a missile. How the hell else do you think it happened?
Well, if there's something there that's destroying power armor, I don't know that we should go back there.
Of course you would say that, wouldn't you?
You know, we also found this big rocket-looking thing that had this logo on it. It was like AWU or something like that.
Woo?
AWU. It looked like an A and an O. Well, it's not a complete O.
Was it Korean?
I think it said USA on there, didn't it?
Yeah, you did a lot of things that said USA on it. You're not sure what a USA is, but
yeah, it said it said USA, and it was colored appropriately. I guess whatever that's supposed to be, kind of like your armor, by the way. Huh?
Hmm.
But yeah, it had
modeled
a
my
AU
armor
on
after
it.
the ancients.
Yeah, it was odd, but I'm sure it's valuable. in fact, there's a lot of valuable stuff we had over there that we collected. That would probably be very helpful for your base here.
Well, that's assuming it's his base, because as far as I'm concerned, if this guy ain't alive, I'm next in line.
Ah, well, then yeah, I'm with that guy.
Well, I'm right here, so I'm still alive. Well, why didn't you guys bring it in the bubble car? All your stuff.
We were dying. Yeah.
Yeah, man. How about a Zeeth infection? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This bot's malfunctioning.
We
It's
barely made
disappointing
it.
numbers.
Well, Zeeth infections, to be fair, are very lethal. So the fact that they made it here even is a testament to their
Well,
constitution
I
and
guess.
veracity to return.
Back in my day, we would just walk it off. But sure. Yes, I mean, it was wise to come back.
I'll tell you
treatment
what,
for
we'll
the
drop
Zeeth.
you off right there. I'll watch from a distance and I'll keep you covered. How about that?
Yeah. See if you can walk it off.
So was this stuff that you found at the same place where I died?
Some of it is, yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
We found this
we've
neat
been
carp
all over the place. Why don't
floats.
you just hop in the damn? Forget it. Ain't no talking to this guy.
Yeah.
Mercy,
we found this
are you up for a field
this
trip?
healing chamber thing
Sure.
Oh,
that I figured out how to use, and I mean I'm pretty handy with the stuff.
Well, why don't we go
Uh,
back and collect the stuff and see this body to either dispute or determine what happened?
Well, I
Rex,
can assure you that he's not loopy. I saw the same thing. So
Rex sits in the passenger seat. I sit in the back. Mercy
Well,
sits
hang on.
next to me.
well, I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but if we're going out there, I'm definitely getting in my scout armor, and I need to sort of strap that into the back. Had this very unfortunate accident going to the moon one time, and I wish to avoid that in the future.
yeah, we're why would you go to the moon?
Why wouldn't you go to the moon?
Because it seems
You
kind
ever
of silly,
come
doesn't
back?
it? It's well, I guess. Okay.
Oh my god! Sorry, I just love that interplay.
Look,
you see,
I got
there's a
some armor
moon
too
base.
now. Rex, or whatever you're called. You see, I ain't wearing it right now. I got it strapped to the same damn thing.
All right. Well, as I recall, with the bubble cars, we can get there quite quick. Mercy, why don't you get yourself equipped from the armory here, and we'll take on off.
Sounds good. So
We're not going to the moon, right?
put on
Just
armor.
just want to make sure. I mean, listen, I like you guys and all, but that seems kind of nutty.
Nope,
I ain't going to no damn
we
moon.
we are not welcome on the moon anymore.
Oh, well, do they? Just me by association, huh?
Things.
Is it all the moons or just the one?
We only went to the one. I mean, we could try Mars.
I heard about this moon trip, and I think it was really a problem with personnel, to be honest with you.
Well, that is true. Unfortunately, they did not like our mutant colleagues that we brought along. If we only had pure strain humans, we could all do the mission, but somehow that doesn't sound good when I say it.
I mean, to be entirely fair, they were absolutely okay with you being on the moon, and in fact, the more people on the moon, the better for them because of it. Well, now that's a metagame discussion there.
I was the PSH, and they were attacking the hell out of me. That's all I know.
The only reason why I go to the moon is because they're throwing rocks at us. That's it. I would go. No, there's no reason for me to go to the moon.
You're not there for the cheese.
No, there's cheese up there.
Sadly, we did not find any cheese. I was very disappointed. I have been saving some moon clothes for Yaxel. Should one ever come by. Unfortunately, we've been so busy, we just haven't had any Yaxel visitors since you guys left.
We actually had a visitor too.
Oh
Were
yeah.
they still happy with us? I don't remember numbers. Were they pissed off when they left last time?
Everything out there is pissed off, and I'm pissed off now too.
It rubs off
Get
too.
this guy in the car and let's go back.
Okay. Let's this is getting tense. Let's try to solve the problem by just making it obvious, I guess.
That's the only thing we can do. Now you watch. We show up and there ain't nothing there and all that kind of stuff. But I ain't worrying about that.
Do we have a test that I can bring along that would compare like Rex's DNA to the dead Rex?
No, you don't.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you have a live Rex. If you lay him down next to the dead Rex and they look alike, you say, well, yeah, there you go. I mean,
let's say we
left is what I'm saying.
Let's say we took a sample of dead Rex. Would they be able to analyze it here? Would Metabot be able to do that?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm going to tell you how it's going to work. We're going to lay down a live Rex next to dead Rex, and we're going to stab one of them. Whichever one moves is the real one.
Oh, numbers.
They look the same, except that one has a swollen eye. We really won't know unless they both had swollen eyes. Let's find it first.
It's that tattoo that he didn't want to admit. No.
All right, we'll try to get into the vehicle and I guess do we want to stop? Well, where Rex died has it's kind of hot there. Yeah, I don't know. Where do you want to just go to the truck park, or do you want to go to the other place?
Let's get that stuff. That regeneration chamber would really help us out a lot.
Okay. Yeah, that's. I think we left that.
How much cargo can we fit on the bubble car?
The bubble car. Let's see. That is a fine question. Finally, somebody is asking the importance. But I'll give you the bubble car. Bubble car. All right. 20 passengers or 3 metric tons of cargo?
So we can
Sounds
like
like
fold
it'll
down the
hold it
chairs and
all.
like put stuff in the back.
You have no how it's loaded in. You haven't even seen a bubble car. You just heard him talking about something called a bubble car as if it were some fantastic thing, and it must be of the ancients. So, I mean, you've seen working computers around the base and everything, but that is effectively magic to you.
Okay. I figure either they can strap it on top or underneath or something. They'll figure it out.
How about we go see the vehicle and what we found first off?
Yep, that's a good idea.
Rex is going to hop in the power armor. He's going to grab his laser rifle and generally get ready.
Be careful where you pointing that, boy.
It's strapped to my back.
Oh, and that is
so don't look at me.
When Numbers came back, Numbers has articulated power armor also.
Yeah, he does.
You seem to have picked up some good stuff yourself there.
Now, what would you know about that? What I had before?
I don't recall you having any before.
Of course not.
I have this neat inertia armor here. I know it's not as cool as your guys' stuff.
No, that's cool too. Totally.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Rex. Before we hop in and travel on, right? You're the leader of this base.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, really, Steve is the leader, but
Steve?
Steve.
Oh yeah, Steve. I remember.
He was part of the original crew from Outpost 76. He was their leader, and he's still ostensibly the leader, but due to my military experience in the ancient world, I've taken on the role of doling out assignments and making the group a little bit more military compliant. I mean, there's a lot of enemies out there who would love to take over Sanctuary.
Yeah. So, is there a place I can charge these hydrogen cells?
DM, is there a place?
Yes, there is a functioning reactor here. You may recharge your energy cells if you need to.
Sweet. I've been holding on to a lot of those and been looking for months.
Yeah, definitely get those charged up before we take off.
You
I
need any
think
help?
my armor does atomics, though, right? I mean, are they also? They don't recharge this way.
Yeah. Okay. So let me see here.
I will recharge the ones in my vibroblade and laser pistol.
Okay.
But yeah, there's an atomic cell in the inertia armor, right? So
Yes. So yes, hydrogen energy cells are rechargeable. Atomic energy cells can only be recharged by replacing its fuel cylinder. You'd have to get you would literally have to get fissile material and put it in there to recharge it.
okay, let's just hope that's not a problem soon, because I have no idea what we're gonna do about that.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, you find energy cells from time to time.
We do.
And I mean, you've had that armor for, but you haven't you haven't constantly been using it, right? Or have you?
No, I've been using it for the last sessions. Yeah.
Okay.
For the last 2 sessions, but yeah, that's it.
All right.
Obviously, here when I'm not really in danger, I would move it. It's inconvenient and bulky.
It is. So your I'll say that your inertia armor, you've got about 40 hours left on the batteries in it.
Okay, I'll mark it.
All right. So we'll start that now, and poor Mercy's just going to have to stand behind these guys.
I'm gonna dump my armor in the back of the glove car as well. No reason to really use it at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe until if we have to go back to the hot zone. So.
Alrighty.
Who knows what's in the trunk? Apparently, on that truck. So we'll see.
Sorry, there was a hot zone?
Yeah, in Atlanta. That's where I'm from.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. There was this big hole, and we were around, and mistakes were made, I guess. And yeah, there's areas of it that are kind of hot.
You asked me, the whole damn thing's hot now.
It could be, yeah.
When you say hot, does that mean radiation?
Yeah, it's like a burning wind without the wind. Yeah, it's a dry heat, I guess.
It's amazing you guys don't have mutations.
Oh, I can empathize with that.
So I came back with a damn mutation. It's gone now. At least I think.
Do we have any anti-radiation meds here at the base?
Hang on a second.
Red X.
Yeah. There are such things. You've heard of such things, but let me see here. And you did pick up some mutations. Doremi does have empathy.
Yeah, I empathize.
I know. I
with
was joking with that.
And he also got the defect that he has now is no immunity to poison.
No,
That's a good one.
that's new. Yeah, the first edition D&D rules. Okay.
Let's see. All right, so yes, there is an anti-radiation serum. If immediately administered after exposure, this drug will restore any hit points lost to radiation. It only restores hit points; it doesn't cure death. And there is none here at Stronghold. That's an item of the ancients. The Metabot tells you in its twangy nasal voice that yes, anti-radiation. I used it on many unfortunates I found during the years of darkness. Unfortunately, I no longer have any. The best I can do for extreme radiation cases is offer euthanasia.
Do you have the recipe and the ingredients needed to recreate it?
Absolutely. It starts rattling off numbers and letters and words that you just don't.
Metabot, can you just give us a printout of what ingredients we just need to pick up? We'll find it ourselves.
Or maybe just tell us what it looks like, so we don't have to make it. If we just happen to find it.
Rex is sort of making that hand gesture where he puts his hand across his neck, like, yep, yeah, exactly.
It says anti-radiation serum, also known as dimethylchlorifluor, blah 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 blah. 3 is an amber liquid that is administered via injection into and then it launches into more scientific gobbledygook, which you're actually pretty smart. So you're kind of holding your own with most of the words like bloodstream and healing and so on and etc. But the rest of it's just whoosh. And as far as
can you give pictures of the materials if they're plant-based and such that we can gather?
It tells you that these are organic compounds, but they must be synthesized in precise amounts in sterile conditions. They do not occur naturally in the world.
Okay. What would be the most likely places to find them?
Hospitals primarily.
All right.
Was there by any chance a hospital down there in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Well, more importantly, no.
There's a beacon there that actually makes it quite obvious.
And it does have to do with radiation.
So, yeah, there's a beacon there. Yeah.
Well, apparently with your incredible car here, we should be able to get to others if that one isn't viable.
Right. Sure.
Y'all ready to go or what?
Y'all ready for this?
Let's do it, Numbers. Do you know how to fly this thing? I never picked up the skill myself.
Doe drives the boat.
I'll jump in the back.
Yeah, I figured this out this morning. Well, a couple hours ago. It's actually quite comfortable, isn't it?
I put the seatbelt on. I get cozy.
Rex is going to strap in his suit.
Okay. Yeah. I guess you can stand there. I guess does the seat hold the suit?
There's cargo netting in the back. He straps it in.
Yeah, there's like this is a very high tech item. You can like fold up partitions and that sort of thing. You can make a seat that'll hold power armor in this thing.
Yeah, I was having PTSD from the cargo netting thing. So, yeah, let's move on. Get the hell out of here.
All right. You flip it. You know, they love it when you flip those switches, and you do so. You are now navigating back towards Atlanta. Are you going full speed again?
Yeah, there's no reason to go less than full speed unless it tells me that I need to slow down, or you know, we have weird, janky.
Going ludicrous.
Express
we're going flat.
elevated Atlanta, going north.
I do
right.
tell the computer, I say, computer, I'd like to go back to where we last launched from, if possible. Can you help us direct?
Where you last launched from?
Yeah, you know, where we
Okay, yeah,
were earlier today.
It's out about 5 kilometers, turns around and comes and lands back at Stronghold.
Yeah. Oh, that was fun. Yeah.
This time, not critically injuring people with a sonic boom as it does so. Since you effectively put it on autopilot, it decides not to potentially kill people.
Never
Yeah,
ask the DM for a wish.
Let's slow down at the beginning and ends, I guess, just in case. Although at the end, maybe it's okay to do it because there's only jackasses over that end. So, yeah. So can we just go to where the trailers were? We're just gonna have to steer it ourselves, I guess. This thing's got a attitude.
It does not.
Ask it to go back to Atlanta, or
No, it
Atlanta,
isn't Atlanta.
where you started in Atlanta.
We were outside of Atlanta. It's stop. Stop. I don't
something like that. Just stop there.
You know, these vehicles of the ancient, they used to have something called GPAWs, where they could find the location of whatever you're looking for. Perhaps if you use that, they could find whatever area you left the
yeah, I thought that's what I was doing, but okay.
Don't even bother with this guy. He's a passenger seat driver.
Yeah, let's just I'll point the direction that we came from and go that way. Try to get back to the trailer park.
Okay, well, Atlanta is huge. You make it there. I mean, I'll give some checks to see if we have possible aerial encounters. Hey, we got an air car shot down by an automated air defense battery. So, in your time flying over, let's see. What kind of environment would this be? The sky. They're ruins. They're sky ruins. By the way, I hope you guys really like the on-screen dice audience. I hope you guys are enjoying that.
I ain't audience, but I want to roll something. Come on, man.
Sorry. All right, you don't see anything as you fly over, and there's the big sprawling Atlanta. Your flight control recommends, due to a hazardous radiation plume over the northwest sector of Atlanta, that you steer a couple of kilometers to, a few kilometers around to the south, and so you bypass that. You pass over the Atlanta spaceport.
I point out that plume. I point out the blue thing, saying that's where the hospital is. I think.
Well, wow, I wonder what happened.
I have
such
no
a
idea.
plume.
Yeah.
That looks pretty severe.
What idiot would have caused that?
I don't know. I heard you guys had problems with elevators.
Sorry, I don't know what you mean.
Okay, well, I think we have a common understanding here.
All right, so you take the bubble car to where you think the stop was, and sure enough, the lower to the ground, you get there it is, the brick buildings, the tall grass around the brick buildings waving. There's a little, the rather forlorn looking figure with some tall grass growing out of the middle of it, lying next to a ground car that has a trailer attached to it that has some objects attached to it. But you're high up enough that you're not,
Does this poor figure have wings?
Yes, actually it does. Looks like a big bird woman.
So I point down and I say that's got that levitation thing and the repair thing, and well, there's one of our friends.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
tragic.
What you
exactly.
thought looked like me. Come on, numbers.
Thought,
not even close.
Thought. Yeah, if you were actually Rex, you would know I don't think about a damn thing. But yeah, right over there.
So
That's where you'll find yourself if you want to check it out on your own.
I want to make sure we're way far away from the Zeeth. Can I point that out? Hey, by the way, that's where the Zeeth are, or somewhere near that.
Does
Or
the
is it
car
not
have
so
the
obvious?
ability to get rid of those things?
15-meter radius of where the Zeeth were.
Okay, I was like, that's.
Can the car eradicate all those things down there? Those plants?
I think it's a pleasure cruise. It
Yeah,
doesn't
it's not an armed vehicle.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds good. We should avoid them because that.
Well,
I guess we're on the way to the Love Shack, based on it fits about 20. People need to bring their jukebox money. So yeah, I'm gonna avoid
this rocket thing you were talking about.
No. That's music. Zeeth, not close to Zeeth.
Yeah, like that car over there. That's where we stopped.
Yes.
We stopped at that stop here, and we got infected, and all of our old stuff was over there. We ran over here to these trailers, searched them out, and Doe happened to get this thing running. So if you want to go back to the Zeeth, you can go back to the car.
Can we?
No, I think we'll avoid.
Can we see where the Zeeth is?
Yeah, looking for them now. I mean, this is something Rex knows about. You're all familiar with Zeeth. This is like they teach you this in primary school kind of thing. And once you know what you're looking for, yeah, you see the big poofy fronds, and a lot of them are very bare of seed pods. They're, some 30, 40 meters below you. And Do-Re-Mi is able to turn a knob and make literally part of the bubble bring everything close. You all jump because for a split second you think you've zoomed down to where they are and how quickly they are brought up in some kind of magnifying part of the top of your bubble car. Fortunately, that is not the case because you don't see seed pods disappearing off of them and appearing inside your little tummies.
Perhaps if we could find some flammable liquid, petroleum, or I don't know, Atlanta, maybe we can find some hot sauce or something, dump it on the Zeeth to kill it, and then we could safely go down and get that rejuvenation chamber.
Death by ghost pepper.
Yeah, that missile's down there. We could maybe use that too. I thought maybe that was at the spaceport. I thought there was fuel at that brick building.
Perhaps we should go check it out. I'm a little leery to use a missile so close to the equipment. I would hate to destroy that as well as the Zeeth, although I heartily approve of killing Zeeth, and we can find it.
Plus, you could destroy evidence.
The Zeeth are evidence?
Nah, man. You ain't been listening this whole time.
So
Sorry,
I'll-
numbers.
Your
you were-
copy, your dead copy.
So I'll
Yeah, so
land.
of course,
I'll
my
we'll
copy,
land by
yes.
the trailers, somewhere near the trailers, away from the Zeeth.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
it sounds like we should go to the
Actually,
trailers first, and then.
is the trailer still open?
Orlane?
Yeah, nothing appears to have tampered with the trailers in the, I don't know, like hour and change you've been gone. Well, I mean, you did have to have surgery, so coupling that in the day or so, nothing appears to have tampered with the trailers. It's almost like the local wildlife and, any locals living around here know to avoid this
Fauna.
place.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I
perhaps
could
we
land back
should-
in the trailer if you guys think that'd be appropriate, or we could go outside if it's better. Maybe
Is everybody having a
pulling
hard
something
time
down.
making a decision around here except for
How
me?
far away from the Zeeth is this trailer? Is it a safe distance or?
Yes.
Yeah.
The trailers are safe.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. Well, we can go for it and see what else is here.
So I'll look at numbers and say outside of the trailer, probably easier to load stuff, I guess.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care at this point. Let's just figure it out.
Okay. Well, I'll land outside the trailer then. Find somewhere suitable flat.
Yeah, I mean, that's anywhere here.
Okay.
It's an S stop,
Yeah, est up. Okay. You are near the trailers, and you have ample opportunity to start loading random crap into the bubble car. There's nowhere near 3 metric tons of this stuff. The missile weighs a good bit, but other than that, you think probably there's a ton and a half of stuff. It's kind of painful for. Well, actually, no. Both Do-Re-Mi and Numbers have a form of power armor, so picking up things and putting them into the car, as long as you're not trying to do like Iron Man 3-point superhero landings after you do it, is not that painful on your insides. It's got padding and that sort of thing. So,
And we'll use the grav sled where we can. Well, we got to go get the grav sled though.
yeah, grab sled.
Yeah.
You want to go get the grab sled?
So the uncomfortable truth is we're obviously going to pick this stuff up and put it in here, but the health chamber thing over there is over there by the Zeeth, whatever they are.
Hey, don't forget, man, we got a couple of nades.
Oh, that's true. We do.
Okay. Numbers, you are not surprised by this. The ground around the trailers as you guys are moving stuff starts to tremble. The rest of you are very surprised by this. The ground trembles, and near the front of the trucks, there's kind of a green space in front of them. The ground buckles, and you see soil falling off, and coming up through the ground is a herp. They are giant beetles. They squirt streams of acid and do horrific damage when they hit. So, Numbers, you can act first. What are you doing?
All right. Can I quickly assess how far I saw that previous herp being able to shoot that acid?
Oh, yeah, you're familiar enough with herp that you know. It's 30 meters, and this thing is about 20 meters away.
Right. So I'm gonna go back about 15 meters and draw my vibro blade.
So you're moving right now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
By the way, your hydrogen cells, you did get those recharged if you're worried about your your weapon.
Yeah. You know what? Thanks for reminding me about that. It would be more moving back 15 meters and drawing my laser rifle. Thank you.
Okay. It sees you moving first, so it's going to take a squirt at you.
Bring it. I even like seeing dice rolled against me.
Okay. Yeah, it splatters the side of the of one of the semi trucks, and you can see literally whatever ancient alloy this is. It is no match for the herp juice because it is sizzling and popping. You move back 15 meters. You draw your weapon. The rest of you guys are like, run, hide, attack, no, attack, run, hide, no, run, hide, attack. So you're going to be going through that for the next round. What are you doing in this round? You have moved back out of its range. Do what you're going to do.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot the first one, or the one that's closest.
There's only one.
Oh, okay, right.
It's the size of, you think, like a small 2-person ground car. You haven't seen any but the rusted shells, but it's pretty big. So
Yeah.
Go ahead. I know you've been champing at the bit all night.
Yes, thank you. Make sure to hold it real nice.
20.
Oh, come on.
Pew! Okay.
All right, that's one.
Scuttle. It closes the distance. Let's see. Yeah, it moves about 10 meters. It's moving up. You act first in the next round also, so please make your next shot. But it's now in spittle range. That's going to hit. Roll your damage, which I forget, do you have a neutron rifle or is it a laser rifle?
Laser rifle. So that's going to be 66.
66. That's going to look so cool on the screen.
It is. Try to catch them all.
Like Pokemon.
Yeah. All right. So I'm seeing, let's see, that's
it
10.
says 19.
19 points of damage. You burn a hole through its carapace. It screeches, and now it will go. Right there, you guys see it. It's you're seeing the dice. They're influencing the dice, people. I'm trying to warn you. Okay. Yeah, it squirts another jet of acid. In the next round, you guys, I accidentally AJ'd poor Kevin right off the channel there. Let me see if okay. Well, hopefully Kevin will be back. There he is. You with us, Kevin? You're muted if you are, but I'll assume that you are. Okay, so
Bill took it a little too literal.
What is Rex Dashington doing?
Am I also within spittle range?
You all are at this point, yeah. You're not sure who that spew was at, but it's like splashed on this truck and it's splashed on that truck.
This round I will fly up probably about like 70 meters or so.
Okay.
Up and away, but away from the Zeeth.
Just straight up, yeah. You trust me, I didn't think you. I'll fly into the safety of those tall purple weeds. Okay. What, Safi? What is Mercy doing?
Oh, she is diving into the cargo area of that trailer.
There is a convenient hole, as long as you don't touch the edges of it, that you can get in. Kevin, what is Do-Re Me doing?
I'm going to shoot it with my laser pistol. Or wait, I got a stun ray, right? I'm going to try the stun ray first. The hell.
You may try the stun ray. Numbers, I know what you're doing, so go ahead and take your shot.
All right.
Hit it with your best shot. Fire away.
Come on. Ooh. 8 weapon class 13.
That's you've got me with an edge case. No, that's a Zarn. That's not a herp. I was like, oh, it's armor classes only. Well, it's AC 3, so now I gotta scroll down and find out.
I know it was 1 or 2 away from either hitting or missing either way from last time.
Yeah, it's an edge case again, and that's why I got to look. Come on. As you all know, I have not a great mouse, so I apologize. All right, so that's a class 13 on that.
Yes, sir.
You hit it just.
Ah, sweet.
Brah.
Take that, bug.
And I'm seeing 24 points of damage.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it does not like that. Yang, roll initiative for us, please. That's a D6. I'll clear those dice. Yep, they're gone. That is a 6. Wow, barring me rolling a 6, you guys have got initiative there. A 2. Yang, you hit those thrusters and fly straight up. Kevin, make your attack roll.
Okay. Did it roll?
I don't see it. Oh, there it is.
Is it what is it doing? That's not the right die.
No, I see it. It's a 16.
Okay. It's not
Yep.
showing me on the roller, but okay, 16.
I'm
Class
sorry.
12.
I saw it on the other roller.
Okay. So 16, class 12, 16. That is a solid hit. And what are you firing the stunner at it?
Yeah, stun ray. Yep.
All right. Stunner.
As it stuns for 20 minutes, but it's based on con. Right.
Yeah, it kind of twitches a foot when you hit it, and it doesn't really. It doesn't really seem to stop it. But although it is, I don't want to just be that arbitrary about it. Let me see.
It's supposed to be 20 minutes minus Constitution.
20 minutes minus its Constitution, not its hit points, right?
Yep. Con score. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you see that foot twitch? And the rest of you, like, you got your weapons, 4077, you're like gingerly crawling into the hole that it melted into the side of the truck. Mercy, I'm sorry. And it stops moving.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of see some arcs go back and forth across it, and it's not moving anymore.
It's not dead, but it's stunned. I think for a little bit.
It's gonna make it dead.
Quickly take care of it while it's stunned.
Well, we're still in turn order, right?
I mean, there's only one of it, and it's stunned. So at this point, you guys can do what you want.
Okay.
Numbers, go in with your vibroblade.
I thought I was gonna leave that to Mercy, see if she's really actually trustworthy.
I don't have a vibroblade, but if you want me to
Vibroblade.
hand me
And
your
then cut it with a
vibroblade, I'll
knife.
do it.
All right, how about that?
Sure.
I'll hand it my vibroblade, or her my vibroblade.
I'll take the vibroblade and I'll go where I know it'll be effective and the least painful to the creature. If I can estimate that.
Stunned, so as far as that goes, and I mean, it's a bug,
Okay.
So a couple of jabs, because it had taken, like, the 2 laser burns in it were like you could see into it through a couple of the laser burns. So it's
Like if there's like a spinal cord or something, I would just quickly sever it.
just however you want to end it, and we don't have to be gross and inhumane about the description of it. It expires.
Okay. I'll turn the
If only.
vibroblade off and then clean it off first, and then I'll hand it back to him. There you go. Thank you.
Well done. What kind of weapons do you carry, anyways?
I have a an expo. That's all I got.
What the hell is that?
I don't have anything. I mean, I've got the range weapon. I don't have
Crossbow. She
anything
has
close.
that's a crossbow.
All right. Well,
Sorry. When I sent her weapon, I typed X-bow, but it's a
If you have an
crossbow.
extra one of these, I will
Right,
take
right.
it, but
I kind of knew, but I was
I'm not
kind
going
of
to.
joshing.
I'm not going to take it from you because you let me
Well,
use it. So
you gonna get up in the battle? You gonna get up in the battle? You gonna fight like a man? You can hang on to it.
If only had a
well, I'm
very
more of a
large
backup
magnifying
healing type
glass.
thing.
All
But
right, give it back.
all right, I had it back.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm here to support you. If you get hurt, I'm going to keep you alive. That's what I do.
Oh, much appreciated, ma'am.
So should we check out the cargo then? You said
Yeah,
this is what is
let's see what they got.
obviously safer.
So there is the large missile. Let me see if I can find, and I'll show this on screen. The symbol that you see there, Rex, and then you can make a roll to see if that comes up to your memories of the past.
Is my mic working or not?
Yes.
Hear you
Okay.
now.
Perfect.
This is not typically something that I have to hand, but let me share this real quick with the folks at home, which takes a simple 7 clicks. Very, very easy, very intuitive. I love what StreamYard has done with this. Actually, I complain, but I like StreamYard well enough. Looks like that. Did you get a goal, Rex? Now give me a D20 roll.
D20 roll. All right. All right.
Ooh.
What'd you get?
15.
A 15. And what is Rex's int?
His int is 13.
Yeah, you're like, it's code for something. That's that it's some kind of symbol. Who knows?
Kind of reminds me of drinking a lot. I don't know why.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. It should have been they'll make a move.
Not the Lamba.
No. It'd have to be a make a move.
Well, must have meant something to the agents.
So you got that, and you got a bunch of junk, which again, I promise my players, I will have an official list of junk of stuff you found in the trailer that is not, I mean, you did find, you've got the cloak, you've got the portent.
And all
And
that stuff's in the Discord, by the way, if anybody needs to look at that. I wrote it down and whatever. It's
Okay, cool.
pasted in there.
That's it.
So would I have a opportunity, depending upon my education as a med tech, to decipher that Latin?
There's a letter A, and then there's what looks like a horseshoe. It's
Yeah, I think it's more religious.
Oh, okay. No,
Sadly.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Later
looked
when
like
we
Greek
play
to
on the
me.
Planet of the Apes, it'll be more obvious.
Yeah.
Well, if we go to San Francisco, maybe.
100%.
Oh,
You're
man.
risking
it'll
Bill
be
here.
us.
You're risking
You
Bill.
blew it up.
It would be us that blew it up, right?
It's not like
He'd
we
be
don't have a
yelling at
track
us.
record of blowing stuff up here, do we?
The ending of the Gamma World Planet of the Apes is Charlton Heston yelling at all of you guys.
That's right. Yes, exactly.
God damn you. All of you. You do the Clint Eastwood impression most of all.
Sorry, Charlie, you bored us. That's what happened.
Okay. So, yeah, you've fought off a herp, which I was like, okay, we can finish the night on, like a nice tense battle. Zap, zap, stun, zap, stab. Here I was worried that the herp would be unfair, that it would come down to like Rex in his power armor throwing missiles at this thing from orbit.
But we still have the.
I don't have missiles.
The Zeeth issue.
You don't.
This is
Right.
scout armor.
So the armor didn't help numbers, right?
It did not help numbers, no.
Yeah. So for us to go and get the rest of the stuff, it's at that vehicle over there, and I point towards the direction the Zeeth are in.
Yeah,
About
what
10 or
about
12.
one of these nades?
I still think we need to throw something flammable on it and then ignite it.
Depending on your
Alternatively,
definition of fire, an energy grenade is flame based.
I think we have 2 of those, right? We got 2 of those last
can we
session.
get something that would kill the
You
plants?
didn't
We got 2 nades. They're different, but I don't think
Would
we really
salt
examined
kill
them.
plants? Can we get salt? Would salt kill plants?
Salt.
What we need is.
Don't worry, guys. Next season, these things.
They're done forever. Vinegar, salt, and soap. Yeah.
Well, you want to check out these nades, Dell? See what they do.
Yeah. Let's see. How far can we throw these nades? Because if I recall, those Zeeth can. The range isn't great. It's pretty big.
Let me see.
Do we know? You said the Zeeth looked like pretty barren in that they had fired most of their pods.
Yeah, but it only
Could
takes
we-
one.
Well, I understand that, but
really
can we like round up some animals and herd them through there to disarm all the Zeeth?
Oh my God, no! Let's not do that.
Hang on just a second, Kennick. Kevin had asked about throwing.
Yeah, I want to know if we could throw it far enough with our armor or whatever, so we don't have to be in range.
Well, the power armors you guys have, it gives you a not inconsiderable. Let's see. So throwing a grenade.
No, oh, hold on. Maybe I'm thinking this wrong. The inertia armor can fly?
Yes, it can. It's capable of like short bounding leaps. Basically, is what inertia armor can do. Now, as far as the grenades go, I mean, this is not, folks out there listening, watching, and of course from my players, it's not a terribly crunchy combat system. We don't get into, burst patterns for machine guns or, make sure you're not behind the missile and taking, so you don't take back blast damage and that kind of thing. It's a weapon class. Your opponent has an armor class. That's the throwing. And I'm assuming that the ancients built these things with enough, proper balance and so on that, a grenade scatter is not gonna scatter back on you immediately by throwing it.
I'm a little more concerned about destroying the car and the chamber with the Zeeth.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Is the Zeeth far enough away that if we threw one of these energy things at it, it would, the car and whatever would be out of range?
Yeah, you think so? Energy grenade.
Oh. All right. Well, let's go for it. Numbers, you want to do the honors?
Doe, I got the dash. Doe's got to fly. Drop that junk, my man.
Yeah, if I could just, I can jump far enough away that when I land on the other side, it'll be out of their range or not.
Yeah, it's basically bound and throw.
Okay.
All
I
right.
guess that's what I'll do.
Give me a d20 roll. They're not initiative above that.
Yeah, roboted out a second there, Bill.
Yeah.
D20, I think.
All right, D20.
I'm gonna watch to make try to make sure that all the pods are like destroyed in that, or if we need to do it a second time.
All right. I might have to reopen this dice roller. It's just really sluggish.
Well, I see 2 19s. Either one of them would have hit.
He gave himself advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them will.
Loaded dice.
Yeah, I mean,
Weighted.
this guy, like you've never seen ancient combatants fight in this thing, but what you just saw from Doe, yeah, he just bounces up, flips out the grenade, hits a button. You see it spin, land in the middle of the Zeeth. Roll 12d6. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, I mean, I just got to figure out how to. I reloaded. It might be better now. So I just need to hit the plus, right?
You just tap the dice over and over.
All right. Yeah, I see it.
All right, here they go, like confetti.
Okay.
Blowing up on the left-hand side, ladies and gentlemen. I love that. I totally get that now. Did you roll it?
I did, but it didn't, I guess. Let's try it again.
All right.
There we
I
go.
didn't see 'em. Oh, they're there.
Ah.
46.
That's pretty.
40. There is this sort of just like awful, like you have anyone looking at this, you have an after image as this cyan blue toroid just zaps out. And the most
It's gonna make the Thundar sound, right? Ooh, wah, ooh. Right?
Most of the brick building that it was next to is just completely blasted and burned and melted away. The grass, any other plants, but all of the Zeeth there are gone. And I should point out the ones that were starting to sprout out of the body of 4077, they're just tiny stalks of grass. They haven't started to extend fronds or anything like that. So yes, all of the Zeeth at the est op are now they're diseased.
All the Zeeth are gone.
Well done.
Yeah,
The sky is gray.
It's a gray.
Okay, great. Good times. We didn't even have to waste both grenades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just up and fly, spiral down, and zap.
So let's go take a look at the the scene over there. I guess we'll call it a scene.
Rex, obviously, you and Mercy, you guys are not at all. There's a tie roller there. Hang on. You guys are not at all familiar with who this 4077 person was. It was not a pleasant passing. I'm not going to be gross or try to make poor Safi feel bad about it, but yeah, body there.
I'm gonna check her out, and then I'll just kind of,
Okay.
Obviously, see that she can't be saved, and I'll say, would it be okay if we do a pyre here?
Well, it would definitely get rid of the Z if you wanted to do that.
Right, you do whatever you want.
Yeah,
All
she's not here to answer.
We
Nah,
should
she's been rotting a couple
check
days
the body
too.
for anything useful before we do that.
Have fun.
Oh, that's right. Damien mentioned, base Rex sent 407. So Rex, you do know who 4077 is. So yeah, you're like, yikes.
Oh, I can't believe it. She was one of the good ones.
She might have been a name to you, but she was just a number to me.
Ouch.
All right. So yeah, you guys can dispose.
4077 lives on in the afterlife.
You guys can dispose of 4077 however you wish. If you leave her for another 5 days, you're going to have a stand.
We would remove anything that is basically just leave her down to like a robe and that kind of thing, and do a fire.
Does that include organs?
Yeah. We're leaving her intact.
I meant taking them out. My bad.
No, we're leaving her intact.
Alrighty, you're the expert.
What she came in with the world, she can leave with the world.
In a
Okay.
1,000 years, she might be actually worth something. No, I'm joking. Yeah, let's just go ahead and we'll pay her respects. She was a good friend.
All right. So 4077 gets her Viking funeral. You have the vehicle, whatever contents were in there, the trailer, whatever contents were on it, and the various odds and ends that were on the truck.
And the regen.
That was on the back on the grav sled thing.
That's on the I said the truck. The trailer is what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay. And then whatever 4077 had, which was like a med kit and all kinds of random stuff.
Yeah, just random bits and bobs. She was effectively out of ammo. You have the dart gun, but again, you're not sure if it was broken or damaged otherwise. But it's
and
just
nuclear, but no ammo, basically.
Yeah, basically.
So let's deal with this Rex situation, I guess.
Yeah, what about that?
Sorry, what do you mean deal with? This clearly wasn't me. I mean,
Oh, no,
4077 passed, and you guys mistook her for me.
No.
Come on, man.
We would never mistake her.
So
for
if Bogo is still in the car, we'll put him in with 4077.
No, Bogo. One of you guys said you're like.
I threw him out the window.
That's okay. Yeah, I thought it.
I thought it was a hood ornament for a while.
Not my ornament.
Oh, okay.
Well, that Yexel wouldn't trade for him, so.
Ew, that's weird.
That is rude.
I don't want that. That's insulting.
Perfect, good little bug.
All right, so
anyway.
So you have all these odds and ends. The one thing that you don't have, that you can't put into the new bubble car, is the ground car itself and the trailer. They're too bulky. You can get the stuff.
Can we attach it to the back? Can we attach it to the bottom of the car?
No.
How about on the
Or
roof?
put it on top?
Does it have like a luggage rack?
No.
What happens if we take the bottom of the bubble car and the bottom of the grab sled and put them together?
Won't be like a cookie in the center. The
Go
creamy
ahead and
filling.
try.
It's gonna be like a portable hole and a bag of holding kind of thing.
The bubble filling.
I wasn't going to do that, Kevin, but you're giving me some pretty good ideas.
So
Well, we
wasn't
could flip the
old
car
Rex
anyway.
around here?
Super chat if you guys want me to come up with even more good ideas.
Old Rex died at the spaceport.
Yes, we got to go to the spaceport for that.
All right.
So
It's all
Well,
So,
we don't
right.
really
yeah.
need the car or the trailer at this point anyway. We
Well,
got the stuff
look,
we really
guys,
needed.
I'm all for going back there with you, but we really have a responsibility to our loved ones back at Sanctuary. We need to drop off these supplies first. I mean, a rejuvenation chamber, that would be
These
amazing
supplies.
for everyone.
First off, you weren't nowhere around.
Well, why don't we
Second
drop
off,
the
I
stuff
don't know
off and then we
who
can
you
come
are.
back? We're in the bubble car. It only takes a couple hours.
Yeah, all we
So
got to
drop
do
the
is go to
shit
the
off, and then
spaceport.
we go back.
Then we go to the
let's do
spaceport,
that.
we verify.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it doesn't work out, then somebody gets a hole in the head, and then we go back to Sanctuary.
Yeah, so if a
Well,
scavenger came in
But
eight
if the
Rex Juice
scary
bodies,
things that took
Rex
out
was gonna
this
die. I
other
get
Rex,
perfect sense.
if the scary
Oh,
things that
numbers.
took out the other Rex are still around, they could take us out too.
There ain't nothing
See,
taking
that's
me
my
out,
concern.
sweetheart.
All right,
I think
you guys
it's better that
decide.
we
I'm just
drop
along for the
this
ride.
back.
I'm here to heal.
We really need to drop these back off. But don't worry, numbers. I swear I will come with you. I want to see this mystery Rex Dashington.
Yeah, but what if I want to keep some of this stuff?
Well, I mean, sure, it's your loot. Of course, you can keep a good number of it. But really, this rejuvenation chamber. I mean, this has to be the best example of anyone that we've sent out on a supply mission so far. We can't risk losing this. That'd be devastating to Sanctuary.
Yeah, well, the dough drives the boat.
Yeah, of course.
Whatever he decides, I wash my hands of this crap.
What time of day is it right now?
Right now, it's I'm gonna say it's afternoon.
So should we go back, unload, rest at the sanctuary, and then the next day set out where we're all like safe and healed and happy and fed?
I will mention also it's Sloppy Joe night in the cafeteria.
and chicken.
We have a regenerating mutant that works in the kitchen. His name is Joe. He likes to treat us. Hang on, boys.
So
Yeah, we got the recipes from the preacher.
there isn't any way that we can rig the rejuvenation chamber to power from the vehicle. Is there?
No,
Okay. I mean, I know it's an idiotic idea, but
there's not a cigarette lighter adapters with USB ports.
That would be
Damn it.
awesome, though.
Oh no, it's lightning.
Rejuvenation chamber. Sorry.
Oh, connect that sucker right to the battery. Light that up.
yeah, we're gonna
It would
hook in
take
the
you 3
cassette
times to
adapter
plug it in.
to the CD player to a power cord to USB to the
Gotcha,
Bubbles
rejuvenation chamber.
car, airport, the two of them have the same power source.
First is the good news. I got the rejuvenation chamber hooked into the flight systems. It works. Here's the bad news. We're plummeting towards Earth because there's no power to flight systems.
Don't worry, I'll solve it, or it won't be
Anyway.
a problem.
Okay, so
We won't care anyway.
So I guess we're gonna go back.
you're gonna go back-
I agree. I don't want to lose the rejuvenation chamber. I'm a little annoyed that we have to take time out of our day to do it since we came all this way already. But it is only 40 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
So we could just bicker for about 40 minutes as we go back. And then,
I'm talking to the car. I'm having a good conversation. I'm learning all about Atlanta.
Okay. Well, the team flies back to the stronghold. That's where we're going to go ahead and leave it tonight. And I think this calls for a little bit of confetti. See if that'll work. There we go. Yay!
Lots of confetti.
That's 104, by the way, on that roll, for those of you playing along at home. But anyway, thank you, everyone. I hope you dig the new on-screen thing. That is pretty awesome. Thank you to my players. It's good to see you all back. We'll be back next Friday with some more Gamma World. Please, folks, if you haven't already subscribed, click the subscribe button, click the bell icon for notifications, leave a comment below. Tell us what you like about the video. Monday, if not this weekend, I'll be dropping a Guac informatical video. It'll be a short one, and Jorge's right. The white on purple bold dice are very easy to see on screen. We'll look about adding some dice sets for the players to use that you guys can see a little bit better, because you don't, unfortunately, get the little thing that tells you what they rolled. But anyway, so all that's coming up Monday. Some more against the Cult of the Reptile God, or as Alex would say, against the Cult of the Lizard People. And Tuesday we'll be playing AD&D with our lovely on-screen die roller. Wednesday, Kyle will be back, and we're going to engage in more random Dungeons and Dragons madness, because that's been a lot of fun. And then Thursday evening, Errol Otis will be in the house, hopefully, because, and then Friday, we're right back here. So again, thank you to all of my players. Thank you to all of my audience. I love all you guys. You guys are the ones who make this worth doing. And I'm going to see you all next week, if not this weekend. Peace out.
Have you seen my
Night,
owl?
peeps.
Here's to all the weirdos everywhere, in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.